Welcome to Frontiers, a show in which we often feature Alaskans with strong opinions. People like Clem Tillion, one of the fathers and protectors of Alaska's permanent fund. Well, we headed to Halibut Cove to catch up with him. It's across the bay from Homer, and there we found that even at 92, Clem still has a lot on his mind. Halibut Cove in the early morning light. It still looks much like it did when Clem Tillion settled here in the 1940s. Now he has a big house and electricity. Even so, he still cooks breakfast on his iron stove.
Normally it takes the chill off the house.
Clem says the stove's even heat cooks the bacon and the eggs just right. After breakfast, Clem answers letters and works on opinion pieces about one of his passions, the Alaska Permanent Fund.
All right, down to the waterfront.
For Clem, Halibut Cove is not just home, but his headquarters for politics. His letters find their way to the highest offices in state government. The future of Alaska, ever on his mind. So have you had a good journey in life, you think?
Oh yeah, I have no complaints about my life.
But he has plenty of complaints about the politics of today. How do you think our current legislature has done in steering the ship of state?
It hasn't steered it. It's just floundered along, trying to get reelected without regard to the future of Alaska. This legislature is a disgrace, no matter how you look at it.
If you were in charge of the ship of state, how would you steer it?
I don't mind it slimming down a lot, and I'm not one that wants to do without government.
Tillion says he'd impose a state income tax, a sales tax, and raise fuel taxes. Taxes he knows would be unpopular.
I always maintained while I was there, if you can't tell your constituents to go to hell when they're wrong, then you shouldn't be there.
Tillion says that's one part of the job, the other to protect what belongs to the people.
As far as the permanent fund, to change the method from the people's fund to the government's fund, I object to.
Tillion says it took a vote of the people to create the permanent fund, so its earnings shouldn't be tapped without their say.
The rafts are for mussels, the buoys are for oysters.
Clem stops to check out how this young couple's harvest is going.
It's mussels today, huh?
Clem says the permanent fund has become like Alaska fisheries, a renewable resource in need of protection from corporate interests who don't always have the long-term benefit of Alaskans at heart, nor do some lawmakers.
They're interested in how many Carhartts and snow machines and stuff they sell. And to them, jobs is everything. They'll sacrifice the future for it.
As for the future,
we're going to go through a great deal of agony because people are unwilling to face the inevitable and will exhaust every way of stalling it until we're totally bankrupt.
Tillion says lawmakers need to show some courage.
They know the facts. They just don't have the guts to do it.
Tillion says it'll take real leadership to put party politics aside and look out for Alaskans, not just for today, but also for tomorrow. And only then can they steer the state safely home.
Jefferson had it right when he said the pursuit of happiness. It takes different things for different people, but really, that's what it's all about.